Hello and welcome to the second week of the SCB Pro Challenge. My name is Scott and this week I'm joined by Somerset's Ben Green and Max Waller. How are you today, gents?
All good, thank you. How are you?
Good,
Very well, thanks.
Good stuff. Right, so as with each week, we've got some questions that have been sent in by you guys at home, and then Ben and Max are going to set us a couple of challenges for the week ahead. So our first question, and this one's for you, Ben, and it's been sent in by Stellan, who is in Year 5 at Fairlands Middle School. And his question is that his dad's favourite player is Viv Richards, who used to play for Somerset, and he wants to know who your favourite player is and why.
Okay, so my favourite player growing up was always Andrew or Freddie Flintoff. I just loved the way that he could influence the game. He was an epic batter and an epic bowler, and he was always a big character, and he was always good fun to watch, and he was always getting into battles with other players. So it's always exciting watching him, and that's probably why he was my favourite cricketer.
Cool. So and an all-rounder like yourself as well.
Yeah, well, try and be as good as him, but we'll see.
Lovely, thank you. And Max, question for you. This is from Preston Primary School in Yeovil, and they would like to know what advice you would give to your 10-year-old self.
It's a good question. I think I'd make sure I was playing lots of different sports and not so specialist in one sport. I think it's important to have a rounded idea of what you want to do rather than just going down one route. I think that's set me in good stead actually to help my cricket by playing lots of different sports that have helped me moving forward in the dressing room and in the field. Agility and those sort of things are so important, and playing sports like hockey and football and rugby have helped with those things as well as competitiveness. And they've helped me in my cricket. So not to specialise, and hopefully you'll go down the cricket route like we did as well.
Cool. So playing lots of sports when you were younger. Do you still play other sports at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Green actually, Ben, have a good battle on the tennis court currently. But yeah, we used to play lots of golf and stuff off the field, which is a lot of fun and very sociable.
Yeah, we won't talk about squash. Well, don't worry about that.
Yeah, let's not.
Lovely. Right. The next question is for both of you, and it's sent in from Harry, who's in Year 5 and he's at Kingsmoor Primary School, and he wants to know what inspired you to play cricket. So Ben, do you want to go first on that one?
I'm not sure what inspired me to play cricket, but obviously when I was young, my parents wanted me to get involved in every activity that I possibly could, see which ones I kind of latched onto. So I remember I was 5 or 6 and mum and dad took me down to the local cricket club, St George. And from there, I probably just enjoyed the fun of the game, enjoyed playing the game. And from there, I didn't look back, really. I'm not sure if there's a specific thing that's inspired me to play the game other than my enjoyment from a young age. That's progressed with me until now.
Cool. And Max?
I think parents had an influence on what direction I went a little bit, with my dad being a cricket member of the MCC. So he pushed me to. We used to go and watch the Lord's Test match every year. That was like a thing we did as a kid. So me and my brother used to play in the garden and on the nursery ground with tennis ball and stuff. And I guess watching the best players in the world. I think Shane Warne was obviously a big idol of mine growing up as a cricketer. He was fantastic, and it made leg spin bowling exciting, and that's obviously what I do. So Shane Warne and watching Test matches, I think live, going to the ground and seeing the players play, that's definitely an inspiration moving forward.
Also some different inspirations, some parent stuff in there, some actual watching cricketers, some just giving it a go and being involved in the local club. So loads of different inspirations there, which is really nice. Excellent. Last question, and again this one's for both of you, and this is from Verity, and she's in Year 7 at Fairlands Middle School, and she wants to know that obviously at the moment she's not able to play her usual cricket, but what could she do at home to improve her cricket skills?
Well, hopefully she saw some of the challenges that you put on last week, and hopefully the challenges that me and Max have got in store for you today will hopefully help you improve as well.
Yeah, I think there's also the chance to shine a weekly, once a week activity thing you can get involved with. Is that right, Scott?
Yeah, so every Wednesday, Chance to Shine run a live session that you can do at home or in school. And that's also, you can watch the recording of that on YouTube as well. So if you Google Chance to Shine Live, you can find that one. So yeah, that's another one that you can do as well. Good. Do you guys play any cricket at home as well?
Well,
I think, yeah, Ollie and Ben definitely doing that garden. I've been in the garden before and played with those two. A good little.
Give you a quick look. Our crease hasn't quite recovered from
there we are.
Fixtures. We obviously played a lot in lockdown last year. Strictly, so you have to bat with the wrong hand and bowl with the wrong hand as well. So challenges different skills, but also it can be incredibly frustrating when our competitive nature comes out and we don't get each other out.
So even the professional cricketers are playing cricket in their back gardens, but also challenging themselves by playing the wrong way around. So some really good things for you guys at home to learn there, that actually, even when you're old and you're playing cricket for a job, you still play at home in the garden with your mates. And also, actually, can you find ways of challenging yourself and making it trickier as well, which is really going to help improve your skills. Brilliant. Thank you very much for that, gents. Now, our first challenge this week is the skills challenge. And I think, Ben, you're going to tell us what the challenge is this week.
Yeah, so I've got a little throwing challenge for you guys. So I've rustled around in the house and found a golf ball and a wind ball. These are the only two balls that we've got in the house. And behind me here, I've found an assortment of targets. I've got a washing basket, that's a plant pot, and a bin, I think it is. A bucket. It's a bucket. And I'm just gonna try and throw these balls into the targets from varying distances. They're not missed now. Can you see me all right? Oh! Yeah, I've already missed. Hang on.
So whilst Ben finds his ball there, so he's got some different targets. Some are bigger, some are smaller. He's got different kinds of balls. If you don't have balls at home, you can use socks or scrunch up some paper. If you've got stumps, you can use stumps. Anything you can find at home. Hopefully, you might have some better luck than Ben as well.
Scott, you could also use a tea bag.
Ah, nice, Max. What can you do with the tea bag?
Tea bag, you throw in a cup over there, I think, just like that.
Brilliant.
But yeah, if you guys are finding it too hard, then come closer or use a bigger target if you can find anything like that. Or if you're finding it too easy, then challenge yourself and go further away.
Nice. So closer and further away, bigger and smaller targets, or like Max, you can find a tea bag and be really creative and try and throwing it in some cups. If you follow, if you follow Max on Twitter, you'll see loads and loads of videos of him doing some incredible stuff with tea bags and getting it in cups from miles away and all sorts of different ways of doing it as well. So definitely worth a watch on that one. So that's our skills challenge this week. Max, you've got our creative challenge.
Yeah, the creative challenge this week. I love my art, so I've been drawing lots in lockdown. This week, Somerset are doing a thing where if you draw a picture of Jack Leach, they'll actually show that picture that you've drawn on their social media channels in front of hundreds of thousands of people. So every time he gets a wicket in India, they'll show that. So yeah, get your drawings in of Jack Leach. I'm doing mine currently as well, so hopefully I'll show that on the Somerset channels as well. So yeah, fingers crossed for that.
Excellent. So get your pictures of Jack Leach in. You can tweet them to us at Somerset CB using the hashtag SCB Pro Challenge, or you can email them as well using the email address on the screen. But otherwise, that's it for today. We'll be joined by 2 more pros next week, so send your questions in for those guys. But for now, thank you very much, Max.
Thanks very much for having me.
And thank you, Ben.
No problem. Thanks.